Hey, welcome to the very first episode of Let's Get Real with Dani. I'm so freaking excited you're here, and I'm just thankful that you're tuning in. And essentially, this is a quick episode to just kind of kick things off and to explain to you who I am, what I'm doing here, and what this is all about. So, I'm Dani Schau. I'm a nutrition coach who's definitely not all about the food guilt and rules that we've been told to set for ourselves in order to be healthy and you know, just to get real with like what actually matters. What are the things that truly get you from where you're at right now, which might be like feeling stuck, uncomfortable, or any of those things that feel like, oh, I feel like I could just make change, right? So taking you from that to the place that you want to be, which is feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling confident, right? So I just want you to try and think about things in a little bit different light so that you don't have to feel like you're always trying to shrink into a healthy lifestyle. Okay. So, a little bit about me. I've been an online coach for about 5 years now, and I work with women who've been struggling with the diet, the restrictive diets, the yo-yoing, the trying to restrict everything, and then they end up going out of control. Like, I work with women that struggle with the whole diet culture, everything that we've been taught, like grasping onto those things that feel like this is the way that I'm going to be healthy, and trying to help women rewire the way that they think about their health and how they view themselves and how they can truly fill their cup and take care of themselves in a way that feels good for them. So, um, that's what I want to focus on, is like not just health physically, but for their mind as well, and their relationship with food. So, the reason why I started this podcast was because I feel like there's so much information out there that's, you know, of course, there's information that is correct and then there's information that is speculation, and not saying that everything I'm going to say necessarily is correct to every single listener, but I think it's important to expand the way we think about things, because so much out there is telling you, oh, you can't do this or you have to do this, and there's so many like rules that it's overwhelming and it's noisy, and it's just there's so much pressure put on us to figure it all out and do everything right all of the time that, life's messy. And like, let's talk about those things. Let's talk about how we get through the mess and how we focus on, okay, at the end of the day, if everything went to hell, then what's one thing that we can focus on that actually did go well, and not focus on all the shit that happened throughout the day, right? So, um, when I started my fitness journey or wellness journey, whatever you want to call it, I was lost. Like, I was lost in the mix of all of the things that I thought were right and the things that I needed to do to be healthy. And, I've tried every diet. I did all the detoxes. I gained and lost weight back at like gain 20 pounds, lose 20 pounds, gain 15 pounds, lose 10 pounds. Like, it was just like, I've been there. I've been through the whirlwind of diet culture. And there was one point where I just said, no, like, there's got to be a better way. And I found someone to help me through that. So, you know, I want to be the same for my clients, to help them get through that. And, in this whole podcast, whatever you want to call it, like, my whole stance is that, like, we're just going to talk about real shit. And like, we're going to talk real talk. It's going to be helpful information. There's zero perfection required. Like, I don't require perfection for my clients, and that should be the same for me. I should have the same expectation for myself, right? So, you can expect some episodes where it's just me talking about nutrition, mindset, or, the messy side of things, or maybe it's relationships, and I'm going to have some friends on too, or, my partner or family, whatever. I'm going to have a lot of people on here too that are, whether they're professionals or people that are just going through similar things that I've gone through, or similar things that maybe you've gone through, and just talk about how we continue to grow and how we want to grow and where we want to go, right? So, there's probably going to be a lot of tangents, and there's probably going to be some deep conversations as well. Like, this is all of it, right? This isn't just this like super polished, like, here's step by step how to lose weight. Like, that's just not the goal here. The goal is for you to really have some tangible thoughts and opinions put together around how you can truly take care of yourself. Okay. So, you know, essentially this is for the women who have done it all, and maybe men too, in terms of diets, and feel like there's just something that I feel like I can do differently. Then you're in the right place, because you should never be guessing everything. You should never be second guessing the things that you're doing. You should be confident in your choices. And you know education is such a huge key in building that confidence. So education paired with maybe some laughter and fun things, that and maybe some messy things that we don't ever really want to talk about, right? So um, I really focus on the mindset piece and tying the mind and body together in terms of how we can truly feel our best selves, right? So um, and how we can take one step at a time. This isn't about trying to, you know, this isn't about taking everything that you learn here and applying it all at once. It's about, okay, taking the things that hit for you in this moment, and going there first, instead of trying to apply absolutely everything, because that can feel super fucking overwhelming, right? So this whole health thing is tough. Like, there's so much out there, and it's not easy to try and figure it all out on your own. And that's what I'm here for, so that you can feel like, okay, like, if I can just focus on one thing at a time, then I'm doing the right thing, right? So if this sounds like your kind of vibe, then I'd love for you to follow the show and leave a review and share it with a friend who might need to have some of this real talk wellness too. And come say hi on Instagram. I'm on there at wellnesswithdani.s. And I'd love to hear what you think about some of the podcasts and some of the episodes. And you know, next episode, I have a very special guest, someone who's very close to my heart and very close to me in general. It's my boyfriend, Matt. He's a personal trainer, and he's golf specific training, but also focusing on, overall lifestyle, right? And quality of life, and helping you be your most mobile self at any age. And we're just going to dive into, all things fitness, how we approach helping our clients, and just making sure that we help them feel their absolute best. So I welcome you to join us on that one as well. So that's it for this episode of Let's Get Real with Dani. If you loved it, again, be sure to follow, share it with someone who's ready to also ditch the diet bullshit and actually feel good in their body and in their mind. So thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you next week with some more real talk and wellness that actually makes sense. Until then, take care and stay well, my friends. Bye.